Welcome back to Investing Talk Podcast. Today, we're going to zoom in on Reddit,
All right.
the company behind those massive online forums. You know, those ones you're probably pretty familiar with.
Yeah.
You've shared a ton of information with us, news articles, financial analysis.
Right.
And our goal here is to try to pull out the most important insights
Okay.
so you can really understand what's going on with this company and its stock. We have information spanning Reddit's IPO in March of last year, partnerships, financial results through the end of 2024, stock analysis from late March 2025, and just a general overview.
Okay.
It's a lot, but we'll make sense of it together.
It is a lot, but I think we can do it. We've got a lot of information here, so it's good. We have a good overview.
I think it's good to start with. The beginning, you know, the IPO.
Yeah, let's start there.
What happened? Reddit went public in March of last year
Okay.
at $34 a share, and then immediately jumped to over $50.
Right.
What fueled that initial enthusiasm?
So the initial jump happened,
Right when it debuted, March 21st, 2024. The stock price climbed to over $50 on its first day of trading,
Wow.
which usually signals strong investor interest
That's huge.
right from the start. And this reception likely stemmed from a few key factors that were highlighted in the pre-IPO materials.
What were those?
The unique community-driven nature of Reddit appealed to investors who were looking for something a little different from the established social media giants. Plus, even though they weren't profitable yet, there was considerable excitement about their potential to start monetizing that very large user base.
So after that initial offering, what were some of the moves that they made? We saw some interesting partnerships, particularly in AI.
Absolutely. So Reddit made some strategic moves in the AI space. In February 2024, they formed a partnership with Google, providing their vast library of user-generated content to help train Google's AI models.
Interesting.
And in return, they gained access to Google's Vertex AI platform. Then in May 2024, they announced a similar partnership.
With OpenAI giving OpenAI API access, while Reddit got access to AI tools.
So what's the significance of these partnerships?
These partnerships represent a really interesting strategic direction for Reddit.
How so?
Well, firstly, they open up entirely new revenue streams
Okay.
through content licensing deals. And secondly, by integrating these advanced AI tools, they have the potential to significantly improve the platform itself, make moderation more efficient, and potentially offering users new and innovative features. What's particularly interesting is how Reddit's incredibly valuable data is being leveraged by two of the leading AI companies.
So this next bit is really interesting to me. By October 2024, Reddit announced its first ever quarterly profit.
All right.
And the stock price jumped 42%. On that news, what drove this?
The sources indicate that a couple of key things came together at that point.
What were they?
The revenue generated from those content licensing deals
We
just talked about really started to have a tangible impact. Additionally, their advertising revenue also showed growth, and they were reporting close to 100 million daily active users.
That's a lot.
Yeah, suggesting that. The various ways they're trying to make money from the platform, not just relying solely on ads, were beginning to work. Achieving that first quarterly profit was a big signal to the market about the potential sustainability of their business model.
So stepping back and looking at the end of 2024, what did the overall financials tell us?
Stepping back to look at the full year, their revenue reached $1.3 billion, which is a jump of about 62% compared to the previous year. Their net margin was 16.61%, and their debt-to-equity ratio was very low, indicating they aren't relying heavily on borrowing, which is generally a good sign of financial stability. However, it is important to note that they did report a negative pre-tax profit margin for the year.
What does that mean?
Well, this suggests that while their partnerships are bringing in revenue, their core operations, before those partnerships are factored in, might not yet be profitable on their own. Also, the negative returns on assets and equity are something to keep an eye on, as they indicate the company wasn't generating profit efficiently from its assets or shareholder investments.
You mentioned that you were interested in the stock.
Yeah.
And the data shows quite a wide range over the past year, from a low of around 37 to a high of over 230.
That's a big swing.
It is a big swing.
Yeah.
In late March 2025, it's been trading between 107 and 113.
Okay.
That's some significant movement. We even saw a 6% increase on March 21st, which was linked to the expansion of their advertising capability.
So that wide range just shows how dynamic this stock has been since the IPO. Even with these positive developments like the ad offerings, the price still fluctuates considerably. This kind of volatility is common for newly public companies, particularly in technology, as the market tries to determine their long-term value.
So looking at some of the technical indicators from late March 2025, the stock price was hovering around 110, below its 200-day moving average, which some see as a sign of a longer-term downward trend.
Right.
But it was near or slightly above its 50-day moving average, which could suggest a bounce back.
So the technical analysis paints a picture of uncertainty. The price being below the 200-day moving average suggests the longer-term momentum might still be down. However, the closeness to the 50-day moving average could indicate potential upward movement in the near future. The hold recommendation really reflects this lack of clear direction and suggests waiting for more definitive signals before making any decisions. The trading volume also being moderate implies there wasn't strong conviction from buyers or sellers.
Now, it's helpful to see what the analysts are saying. The ratings show a generally positive outlook, with about 60% rating the stock as a buy, 32% a hold, and only 8% a sell. But the price targets range a bit, from a 60 to 250.
Analyst sentiment can certainly be a useful gauge of the overall expectations within the financial community. The majority having a buy rating suggests that many see good long-term potential. However, a wide range in those price targets, from 160 to 250, highlights that there's still a significant amount of uncertainty about how the company will be valued in the future. Positive public sentiment can also be encouraging, reflecting user engagement and potential for growth. But ultimately, you should consider these opinions as just one piece of your research.
So now let's think about where Reddit fits in. They're in a competitive social media landscape. They're going up against giants, Meta X, and TikTok, Reddit's community-focused approach. And those AI partnerships seem like differentiators.
Right.
What are the main competitive pressures to keep in mind?
The social media arena is very crowded.
Yeah, it is.
And it's constantly evolving. Platforms like Meta and X have massive user bases and well-established advertising systems. TikTok's rise presents another challenge. Reddit's strength lies in those specific and engaged communities that form around its subreddits, which can lead to very loyal users. The AI partnerships could also give them a unique advantage. However, to achieve sustained growth, they need to continue attracting new users and effectively monetize their existing audience in a market where competition for user time and advertising dollars is fierce.
So to bring it all together, we see a company that successfully went public, has made some potentially game-changing moves in the AI space, and has even achieved profitability. However, the stock has experienced significant ups and downs. And while many analysts are optimistic, some of the core financial metrics are worth keeping an eye on. And they're in a very competitive environment.
Hopefully this overview has provided you with a clearer understanding of Reddit's current situation. What are the things that stand out to you? From all this, it's worth thinking about how all these different pieces, the financials, the tech integrations, the market sentiment, all connect, and what that might mean for the future.
Thanks for taking this journey with us. If you found this helpful, please subscribe, like, and comment below to let us know what other areas you'd like us to explore in future discussions.